My name's Heather McTaggart and I've been at the Basin Community House for over 2 years now as the coordinator of the house. When I came to the house, I noticed that there were no disability programs running through this community house, and it's quite common in many other houses that people with disabilities have access to their local community houses. So I instigated a call to Eastern Access Community Health and met with a couple of colleagues that I'd worked with before and said, let's get a program running. What can we do to bring people to our community house? Firstly, the group came and had a look around informally to see if they liked us and liked the feel of the house, and they did. And we came up with a concept to run a cooking program which would give them some life skills and also become part of the community house family. So to be here in our normal activities day to day and be part of the house. They come once a week on a Thursday, and it's a group of both males and females, and they certainly enjoy it.
So that you can shout about it. Don't spend your whole time waiting for the next time. When was the last time you did something for the first time? Everybody, yeah, let's get together. Come on, open up a whole new world.
My name's Manfred, and I've worked in the industry for approximately 26 years. I started back in '88, back at a place called Wannon Springs when it was under a Rudolf Steiner philosophy, which helped me to get my basic understanding of people's behaviour and the person from the inside, not their behaviour from the outside. And then for the last 10 years I was over at Each in what was originally an adult support training services for day placement, and which has brought me to what we're doing now with people and integrating people into the community. In the start it was interesting because we asked the guys what they'd like to do, and cooking was something that they wanted to do. So then we looked at what could we do to cook within the community, to be a bigger part of that. And we then went off to the council hall at Lilydale, and they advised us that we needed food handling certificates. So then we got in contact with, I think it's Hurstbridge, where you can get these certificates. And instead of being a one-day course, they let us modify it to support the people that we were supporting with a disability over 2 days, and they all received their certificates. Was a great highlight within this group.
One of the highlights was during the bushfires earlier this year, and the participants of the group noticed that there was a lot of activities around the community house with volunteers coming in to pack toiletry bags and goods for the victims of the fires. And one of the guys said, what can we do to help the bushfire victims? And we had a bit of a discussion around the table, and they decided that they would put on a morning tea for the volunteers that had done all the packing and bagging of all the goods. So they set a menu, prepared the food, and came and served and participated in a fantastic afternoon tea. And that was their contribution to the fire relief.
Another highlight is the cooking book which we were putting together, which is good again because it's discussion with the community house here. They give us ideas as well, so we can put that through and support the clients in achieving it. And the cookbook was one that came across as doing different countries, so also our clients then get a choice of tasting different foods from different areas. And they can also, what we also did was take photos of everybody and what they actually did to contribute to making the meal, and so they could take those books then home to where they reside and live, and be able to continue those skills at home. Some of the benefits that everybody got through doing this course of the cooking group at the Basin is interaction with people, more confident. I know when we first started, some of the pictures, you can see that the support was a lot more like holding instruments so people could then just use one hand, to now, you know, everybody getting up at once to do one thing and having to find different things because they're so confident in displaying what they can do.
We're hoping in the future to maybe look at running a cafe once a week, that they would come through winter and do soup and hot rolls, and that would serve the staff, and we would advertise that to the local adjoining primary school for their staff to come and, you know, interact with that group and give them a sense of purpose. So the skills they're learning in the program, the cooking program, will hopefully give them some employability skills or some life skills when they're in their own houses where they live.
And the way they interact with people by being in a community house and associating with other people, a great network because they're seeing other people from different areas and being able to relate to them because they're feeling so confident about what they're doing, that it's just a snowball effect. So wherever they go now, they're being able to interact with a different level of people that they probably wouldn't have thought they'd be able to. We just present a whole lot of options to them, and then they together make the choice then of what they'd like to do, which is great to see them being able to make that choice and feel confident about saying no or yes, you know.
They get to see day-to-day activities in the community house with other students, and our volunteer program is manned by volunteers on reception, and they interact with them. And the philosophy of the house is to be inclusive for everybody, whether you have mental health problems, whether you're a senior, whether you have a disability, whether you just want to come and do some adult education. We want everybody to be involved here, and yeah, it's just a great way to communicate, have fun in our local community.